Hi everyone, welcome to the Wordpress Webinar Series. My name is Lola, and I'm glad to have you guys. Thank you for joining. So, for today's episode, we'll be talking about how to build a website and how to start a blog with WordPress. And I would like to apologize for the delay. Yeah, I'm really sorry for the delay. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, the thing about in this episode are definition of WordPress, of websites and a blog, reasons why you need a blog or a website, and then we'll get started on setting up your account and then choosing a WordPress theme. So, firstly, what is a website? So, basically, a website is usually a static page or pages where contents are organized. So, while a blog is dynamic, it gets updated regularly, unlike the website. Website is static, just the same information you see on a website could be the same for as long as possible, let's say forever. Sometimes a website is usually updated just once in a while because it's just to show your business or the service you're offering or your products. Basically, it doesn't get updated as much as a blog. So that's the major difference between a website and a blog. And truth is, you can actually have both a website and a blog. You don't necessarily need just a website. You also need a blog in your website. So it's not just you having a website or you having a blog. Okay, so also in a blog, the latest posts appear first. Latest posts appear first. So moving forward, the major question I'm sure you'd have asked yourself is, do I really need a website? Like, what do I need a website for? But the truth is, you really need a website if you want to showcase your products to the world, if you want to showcase your brand to the world, if you want to showcase your business to the world, you need a website because you can't you are likely to have a different audience online from the ones you already have around you. If even if you have a shop, you having a website that is an online shop could also be of more use, of more good to your business. Yes, you get a different audience online than you already have. You have more audience, you have more customers. So a business could actually help promote your brand, help promote your business, create more online appearance. It is quite important if you want to create more online presence for your brand or for your business. So now let's talk about blogging. As I said earlier, there's really no much difference between a website and a blog. But the major difference is just that, unlike a website, blogs are updated regularly with some new content, with articles, with different things. What you want your customers or your users to know, you have the opportunity to showcase it on your blog. So the purpose of blogging include um, connecting you to the relevant audience. Blogging helps you connect to your relevant audience. Like I said earlier, you don't necessarily have you could have already have a physical shop. Let's say, for instance, you sell products, you already have a physical shop, but you just need more customers, you need more online presence. Then you decided to have a website, to create a website. It helps you connect to the relevant audience. Also, blogging helps you rank your website higher in Google. You already have a website, But because the website is static, there's every possibility that it won't rank on Google. But with blogging, your website has the tendency to rank higher on Google. It increases your visibility on Google. So also, blogging boosts traffic and sends quality lead to your website. It builds traffic and send quality leads to your website. So what that means basically is if you have for your website, if you have a blog, you're definitely, like I mentioned earlier, having a blog also, it increases your rank on Google, thereby increasing traffic. If you rank higher on Google, you're definitely going to have more traffic on your website, because most people, once they enter Google, if what they're looking for is not on the first page, that is it. Most of us don't scroll to the we don't go to the next page. So everyone is trying so hard so that their websites can be on the first page, because most people will not go to the lazy ones will not go to the next page if they don't find what they are looking for on the first page. That is it. They use another keyword or they use another term to look for what they are looking for. So it is important that you try as much as possible. We'll talk about this in the next episode, how to rank your website. So blogging helps you boost traffic to your website. So it also allows you to showcase authority and build a brand. It also allows you to showcase your authority and also help you build your brand, because you're showcasing your website on the internet. More people will get to know your brand, more people will get to know about you. So blogging also helps it, because you're definitely talking about your products in one of your articles for your blog, or you're talking about your service. In the process, you're building your brand. So please don't forget, if you have any questions, I am very much available to reply. So drop your comments, your questions, and I will definitely give answers. So we are going forward now. So on how to proceed right now, first thing you need to do when you're building a website is getting a hosting account and also knowing your domain name. By now, I assume you already have a brand name. Let's take, for instance, you already have a brand name. You must have been thinking of a domain name you want to use. But it is actually very important to have a domain name, and it is very important for you to get a hosting account for you to build a website. Okay, so now choosing a hosting plan. So what exactly is a hosting plan? Some people might not know, but a hosting account is let's just think of a hosting account as a space or as an office where you put your product, like a physical office or a physical space where you store your product. A hosting account stores the website or other data on the server so that it can be accessed over the internet. It could be you can think of it as an office or a store where you store your products. So a hosting account is just like that. It's just like renting a space on a whole server just to host your own website. So because we're talking about WordPress now, I recommend the WordPress hosting. Okay, it is actually very fast. It is super fast, and it comes with a pre-installed WordPress. When you buy the hosting account, it comes with a pre-installed WordPress, and it is beginner friendly. You don't necessarily have to have any techie knowledge before you can use it. It is quite easy and it is super fast. That is the major advantage of WordPress hosting. It is super fast. But if you think the price is actually high, you can go for the shared hosting. It's quite cheap, but it is not as fast as the WordPress hosting. But don't get me wrong, people still use shared hosting for their WordPress websites. They use shared hosting to create their WordPress websites. So it is not, there's no issue with it. And the least plan we have is the Aspire plan, 5,000 naira annually. And if you want monthly, you can pay 500 naira monthly for the Aspire plan. It is also very good. You can always install WordPress once you get that, unlike the WordPress hosting, which comes with an already installed WordPress. As you can see, one WordPress site pre-installed. It comes with a free SSL certificate. You also get a free domain when you buy the annual plan. And it is super fast, as you can see, 2 times faster than the shared hosting. So, but if you can't afford this, you can always go for the shared hosting. It is also very good. It comes with SSL certificate as well. It comes with a free domain also if you buy the annual plan. If you buy the annual plan. So this one also comes with a free domain, like I said. And you also get to pay for just 10 months if you buy the annual plan. Instead of 12 months, you're paying for just 10 months. Isn't that cool? So let me just put you through on how to place an order for you to get the free domain. So let's use the WordPress hosting, okay? So placing an order is quite easy. It's quite easy. Let's take, for instance, since the free domain is .com.ng, let's try to register. So in the process of placing the order, right, you'd be required to register a new domain. So in a case whereby you don't have a domain name yet, you haven't registered any domain name for your brand or for your business yet, you can always register in the process of choosing a plan. And for those who don't know what a domain name is, a domain name is just like your business name. It's the permanent address of your website or your blog. It's the name people will use to access your website. Just think of a domain name as your business name, like I said earlier. For instance, our own domain name is wooglehost.com. Okay, wooglehost.com is our own domain name. And it is actually very, very important for you to take your time to choose a domain name, because it is what people would use to access your websites, and it gives people the idea of what your website could possibly be. Okay, so you should take your time to choose a domain name. Don't just choose any domain. Although if you use a domain name now, you can always change it any other time. If you register a domain name now, you can always register another domain name and change the name of your website, okay? But just take your time to choose your domain name. So let's take, for instance, we want to create a personal blog, or let's take, for instance, you want to create a personal blog. Let's say a personal blog. So I can just choose, let's say, live on, for instance, liveon.com.ng. So I check if the domain is available for registration. Don't forget, if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. You'll definitely get an answer. Alright, so liveon.com.ng is pretty much available. So we move. Okay, continue. So what I'm doing basically is just to show you how to place an order. Okay, just to put you through how to. So you can see here, this is the price I'm paying for the WordPress hosting. This is the total price for a year, 16,000. And these are the features that come with the plan. So you can see here, free domain name. So you choose your site name. Leave on is the site name. You choose an admin username. Like I said earlier, the WordPress hosting comes with an already installed WordPress. So it's important I fill in the details here correctly. So I put in my admin username. Then I put in the password I want to use. These are the details I will use to log into my WordPress admin dashboard. So while you're putting in the details here, you should also take note of them. Keep them somewhere because that is what you're going to use to log in. Although you get the details in your email after you're done with the payment. So we move on. So you can see the subtotal. This is the amount you're paying. You can see, note here, you're not paying anything for the domain name. It is totally free. However, if you want a .com domain, you can register it, but you have to pay. Okay. If you want any other domain extension, you have to pay for it. The only free domains are .com.ng, .name.ng, or .org.ng. So you check out. So here you're required to put in your details. Be sure to put in the correct details because these are the details that will be used to open your client's account with us. So be sure to put in your details. So let's move forward. Setting up your account. So after you've placed your order, after you've made payment, you'll be sent an email that contains your hosting details. These details will be used to log into your hosting account. That is your cPanel. Okay. So this is what the cPanel looks like. This is what the cPanel looks like. In that email, you'll be given the username and the password to come here. So this is what the cPanel looks like. This is where you control your hosting account. Everything that has to do with your hosting account, build your websites and all. You can create emails here. Do anything you want to do here. So now setting up your account. So like I said earlier, WordPress hosting comes with a pre-installed WordPress. Okay, with the details you put I used earlier, you would definitely see the account that was created as the WordPress account here. But here I have 2 accounts. Don't worry about this second one. We are going to concentrate on this one. So you can also log into your WordPress admin dashboard from here. How did I get here? Let's start again. I just scroll. After I logged into the cPanel, I scrolled down, clicked on WordPress. Okay, I clicked on WordPress and it brought me here. If I want to install another WordPress account, I can just click install now. Okay, and I'll be required to put in the details, every of the details, and just click on install. But because we already have an account created, I don't need to install a new one. Let's just use the one created already. So let's go to the admin dashboard. I clicked on this icon here, but you can also log into your admin dashboard using your domain name slash WP admin, or you come here. It's a lot more easier when you come through here. It's just a click away. Okay, so this is what the admin dashboard looks like. So you can see you're very much close to creating your website. You're very, very close. This is what the admin dashboard looks like. WordPress is actually very, very easy to use. No stress. Very, very, very easy to use. So the next step now is choosing a theme. Now that you have your WordPress, you have access to the dashboard. Okay, the first step again is to choose your theme. How do you want your website to look like? how do you want people to view it? So it's actually very important for you to choose a very good theme, a very, very good theme. And there are some things you need to consider when you're choosing a theme. I wrote an article on that recently, things to consider when choosing a WordPress theme. You might want to check it out. Okay, it has detailed explanation on everything you need to know before you choose a theme. You don't just choose a theme because the theme is fine, because it's flashy, because, oh, my friend used it. You need to consider a lot of things when you're choosing a theme, okay? It's not just about it being fine or it has bright colors. It is not about that, okay? So the first question you should even ask yourself is, what kind of website do I want? Like I mentioned earlier, I want a personal blog, okay? I want a website just for myself, not business. And if you want a business website, okay, you have that at the back of your mind. You need to know what kind of website you want to create before you go ahead to choose a theme, because that would also help you in your decision, okay? Because there are different themes for different purposes, okay? For instance, if you want an e-commerce website, there are themes for e-commerce websites. You don't want to use a theme for personal blog to create an e-commerce website. It won't really work like that. You won't give out enough information, or your websites will not look so good. So you need to have a purpose first before you go ahead to choose a theme. Okay, so the features, the things you need to consider are simplicity, responsiveness. Is this theme SEO friendly? You also need to check the rating and review. You don't just choose a theme, because personally, it's just like you wanting to purchase something online. Is the website, you want to ask your friends first if the website is actually trustworthy, if they are not scam and all that. So before you choose a theme, you can also check the rating. Is this theme well rated? Are the reviews okay? You check, because that would also help in your decision making. If you check the review and out of 10 reviews, about 9 people already said bad things about the theme, then you should know it's a no-go. You shouldn't pick that theme. But if you're checking the ratings 5-star or 4-star, and you're also checking the review, like almost everything people are saying about it are good reviews, okay, that would also tell you that the theme is very good. And let's take, for instance, you want to create an e-commerce website. You can also check what other people are saying about e-commerce themes. Check the top rated e-commerce theme. This is also help in your decision making, okay? Also, SEO friendly. It is very important for you to know if a theme is SEO friendly, because if a theme is not SEO friendly, it will disrupt your ranking, okay? And you definitely want your website to rank very well on Google. So the theme has to be SEO friendly. It has to be SEO friendly, and it has to be responsive. By responsive means, does it work on every other platforms? Is it compatible with other plugins? Because there are some themes that they don't work with other plugins. There are some plugins that it will not work. So you need to be sure which theme works with which plugin, okay? So by responsiveness, when you're choosing a theme, you need to put responsiveness in check, okay? Your theme has to be compatible, okay, with every other tool. It has to be mobile friendly. Can that theme work on your mobile phone? Because truth be told, a lot of people access websites on their phone. Okay, a lot of people access websites on their phone. Gone are the days when people carry laptop all around, or people wait to get home before they can access a website. Okay, so you have to be sure that theme would come out very, very well on mobile device. Okay, so be sure. All these things, you can actually check them in reviews, because there are some people that will drop a review and say, oh, this theme does not work well on my mobile phone, or it's not mobile friendly. This theme is not compatible with so plugin. this theme is not compatible with so browser. So all these things, you are likely to see them in the review, which is why I mentioned earlier that it is important for you to check reviews. So is the theme mobile friendly? That is very important. Okay, so you need to check that as well, and make sure the theme is very simple. Nobody wants overly complicated websites. I don't want to visit a website and be seeing things all jam-packed or colorful, you know. Yes, everybody wants a beautiful website. Everybody wants a fine and attractive website. But while you want an attractive website, you should also keep simplicity in check. Make sure everything is as simple as possible. So I also made a list of the top 5 things that are very good. Okay. So I have here DV, I have newspaper, I have Ocean WP, and I have Astra, and I also have Right C. Okay, so these themes are diverse, not just, if you, like I said earlier, depends on the kind of website you want to build. DV works for e-commerce, for personal blog, it works for catalogs, any website you want. Actually, DV it works for everything, and it is actually very easy to use, and it is very popular. It's a popular WordPress theme, and it is very easy to use. It comes with powerful design tools and also allows you to design and customize every part of your website from scratch to finish. Okay, it also features long width layouts, large sliders, attractive icons, and responsive design. Responsive design, that means it is mobile friendly, which I said earlier. It is very important. Your theme has to be mobile friendly. Okay, so newspaper is actually, like the name implies, it is the best selling newspaper WordPress theme. Okay, it is the best selling news WordPress theme. Okay, and it is very beautiful. It comes with unique designs combined with quality, performance, and stability of any type of blog. So most journalists and most news bloggers, let me say, use newspaper.
Okay. Thank you, Dami. This is a very lovely session. I am sure you are still going to talk more about what you're talking about. And we have people already asking questions. But I want to ask, we're talking about building, using the correct team. So Nuruddin here is asking, what kind of team do you need I can use for a school admin? I think what he's trying to talk about here is a school admin website. I think, if I'm right. So he is asking, what kind of thing do you think one can use for school admin?
Okay, like I mentioned earlier, DV, you can use DV. It is actually very good. You can use it for any kind of website you want, personal blog or e-commerce, and it would actually suit the kind of website you talked about. So you can try out DV. Okay, it's a very great choice.
Okay, thank you very much. So
All right.
Nuruddin, you can try out DV, like Dami said. So we want to say that we're sorry for starting very late. We had some technical issues to just quickly fix, but we thank you guys for joining us. So Dami, please continue.
All right, so thank you, Nuruddin, for the question, and I hope I have answered it. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop your questions in the comment section, and we'll definitely respond. So the next one, I already talked about DV. It's a multi-purpose theme. I talked about newspaper. It's the best-selling news theme. You can also try that out. So if you're if you're a journalist or a news blogger, or you want to be posting gist or anything related to that, you can use newspaper. It is very good. It comes with very responsive designs. So now we're talking about Ocean WP. Ocean WP is also a multi-purpose theme. You can use it for your e-commerce website, you can use it for your fashion website, you can use it for your personal blog. Just name it. It is actually a multi-purpose theme, and it is very, very lightweight. Like I mentioned earlier, simplicity. Very simple theme, okay? You need to keep that in check. Ocean WP is very, very simple. It is lightweight and it is very, very extendable, okay? You can create any website, as I mentioned earlier, e-commerce, personal blog, fashion, a catalog, whatever website you want, you can use Ocean WP to create it, okay? And it also works with page builders. You have like Elementor. Elementor is very popular. It's a builder. Ocean WP works perfectly with it, okay? So, and it also comes with other features like custom widgets, image sliders, just as Divi. Okay, so we move to Astra. Astra is, and need I mention that all these themes are free. You don't have to pay to get these themes. These top 5 themes are free, okay? However, they are premium versions if you want more. But what I use personally are the free ones, okay? So Astra is also free and it is very, very beautiful. I'll try so much to show you the demo of these things, okay, if we still have time, so you can just have a look of these things. Okay, Astra is very, very beautiful and it is lightweight as well, just as Ocean WP, and it works perfectly with SEO. It is SEO friendly. Remember, I mentioned in the things to consider when choosing a theme. Your theme has to be SEO friendly.
Yeah. Okay.
It has to be SEO friendly. So
Wait, Dami. So we have another question, and which we might like you to answer here. David said that. Okay, David. Yes, you can. I think you can download offline. I think you can use MP3 saver, and I think okay, YouTube too also allows you to download for offline use. Yes, so you can download this for yourself to listen to later. Then is Ase Willie. He said that, hi, what kind of thing can one use for an oil and gas company? I think I might be able to answer that question on behalf of Dami here. I think it's still you can use DV. Like she said, DV is one of the best things out there that you can actually make use for yourself, and you still get optimal use of that thing. That thing will give you the best productivity that you can get for yourself outside there. And my cable is asking that, but what about a unique custom thing for an online newspaper? So I think what he's trying to ask is what's up with when it comes to building something quite unique for yourself for an online use. What kind of theme do you think you will go to? Because from what I understand, these themes are what's it called? They are perfectly for there's custom. You can not easily customize them. So what is
no,
asking?
you can easily customize these themes actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you can easily customize. Is the best selling news WordPress theme, and it is free like I mentioned earlier, and you can customize it to your taste. You can customize it perfectly to suit whatever you want perfectly. And like I mentioned earlier, these themes are free, but if you want more features, you can always upgrade to the premium version. Okay, so you check out these things if you want more. I'm sure most of all these things they give more features in the premium version, so you can always upgrade to the premium version whenever you want more.
Okay, great. So we're having a lots of questions. So what we'll do is that I'll allow Dami to finish
Okay.
up on what she's talking about. Then we can now address some or all of the questions that we can, because we are kind of running out of time. Okay, it's even the time is supposed to be 1:30. So
Okay. So
I think we're still on track. So we will try to answer as many questions as we can. So Dami, if you can just
Yeah, so I talked about Astra. Astra is free and it's a very, very lightweight theme. So, and it also comes, all these things are easily customized, okay? You can customize them to as to whatever taste you want, okay? And Astra also works with page builders. Like I mentioned earlier, Ocean WP works with page builders like Elementor. Elementor is the most popular page builder, and you have Beaver Builder also. Astra works, Astra works with Beaver Builder as well. Works with all these page builders, and it comes with amazing features like manage width. You can manage the width, you can manage your contents, and even your meta description. You can manage it as well. You can set your colors, you can set your fonts, and a lot more features. All these things are free. I will say it again. But if you want more features, if you want more from these things, you can always upgrade to the premium version. But most of the things you want are definitely in the free version. Okay, so the last theme on my list is Writing. It is very flexible. If you want to have a news website as well, you can also use this Writing. Okay, you can use it for your journals, you can use it for your fashion website, you can use it for your catalog, you can use it to showcase your product, anything. Writing is also very flexible and it is a minimal block theme. Okay, it's SEO friendly, it is very responsive, and it is very simple. Okay, it's a great choice for any image intensive niche, okay, such as fashion. You want to showcase your food. Let's say you're a chef, you need a website for your service. You can use Righty. And if you're a fitness person as well, fitness instructor, you can also use Righty. If you're a traveler, you're a travel blogger, let's say for instance, you can use Righty as well. It is also WooCommerce friendly. What this means is you can also use Righty for your e-commerce website. It is very, very good and it is very flexible. It has a customizer. You can customize it to whatever you want. You can select your primary theme color. You can change your colors. You can change anything. Okay, it is easily customizable. So these are my top 5 themes. There are other themes, there are a lot, there are millions of themes, there are millions of WordPress themes, but these are my top 5. You can always try them out. And I was going to show you how to choose a theme. So the last part of this episode is choosing a theme. This is this is the WordPress dashboard. For those who are just joining, we're talking about starting a website and starting a blog with WordPress. Okay, we already talked about choosing a domain name, choosing a hosting account, setting up your account, and now we're talking about choosing a theme. Okay, so if you want to choose a theme, you log into your WordPress dashboard, which we are in right now. You click on appearance, then you click on themes. Okay, so we are going to choose a theme now. Let's say I want to use Divi. Okay, so these are the themes. This is the theme library basically. This is the theme that came automatically with the account. Okay, but you can always change it. So let's add a new theme. Let me just search for it. All right, so while that is loading, in our next episode, we'll be talking about installing plugins, customizing your theme. For those who are asking if you can customize your theme, yes, you can. You can make it exactly as you want it. And we're going to write our first blog post. Okay, so If you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section. So,
Okay,
um,
so Dami, thank you for that. I think we are having a very low or slow internet speed here today, and that's why it took us a long time to actually get online. So we are trying to actually look for ways that we could get the tech team to help us to increase the bandwidth that we are using. So that's what delayed us into trying to be accessible online. But that means there are tons of questions for you here today, so I'll try to read as fast as possible so she can touch on what will really apply to what we are talking about here today. So part of the question that I have here is that I want to start a website on a specific competitive niche. I've bought the DV Extra theme already, but I want to ask if your WordPress hosting packages can handle the traffic. Okay, I think I can answer this on behalf of Dami. Yes, our WordPress hosting is much more faster and much more robust than the shared hosting, and that's why it's specifically built for WordPress website. So it's optimal for any WordPress website use. And I think you can quickly get your hands on our WordPress, because right now we are doing 25% off WordPress hosting, and I think you can get it like immediately, because we are shutting off the coupon anytime soon. So we have limited accessibility to that presently. So like I said, it's very, very optimal compared to shared hosting. And it's still asking also, what's the main difference between your WordPress hosting package and the normal shared hosting package? Like I said, the major difference is that the WordPress hosting is built specifically for the shared, for the WordPress packages, is built specifically for WordPress website. So that's basic. That's a basic difference, and it's kind of unique, and it makes your website speed fast. And you can also there are tons of advantages or benefits of having a WordPress hosting website. Okay? Like I'm thinking in my head, SEO, you optimize your website also. So I think if you're looking at having a WordPress website, you should be thinking about getting a WordPress hosting. Then I already have a DV thing. Thumbs up to you, Niger TM Zone. He said he has a DV team. How do you identify SEO friendly themes, Dami?
okay, like I mentioned earlier, checking reviews is actually very, very good. Then also be checking, you need to check the theme details. You need to check the details. It is very important. If a theme is SEO friendly, it will be added in the details. Okay, so it is very important for you before you choose a theme. If you can check on my screen now, I have Astra theme opened. Okay, so I am checking the review, I am checking the details. So from the details, you would know if a theme is SEO friendly. You would know the other features like its responsiveness, can it work on mobile devices, its simplicity, all the details you need to know. You find it in the theme preview. Okay, so on the screen here, you would see the theme I chose is Astra, and you see the rating here, 5 star. Okay, then the features of the theme, it is fast, fully customizable. For those asking if you can customize your website, yes, you can. Astra is fully customizable, and it is suitable for blog, personal portfolio, business websites, WooCommerce, and it is lightweight. Okay, and it has SEO in mind. So with this, you would know that this theme is SEO friendly. So this will help in deciding whether or not you should choose this theme. Okay.
All right, thank you, Dami, for that. I hope um, I King Ferry, you are satisfied with that answer. So now the next question is, hi, what kind of theme would you recommend for a football academy website?
Okay, I'm choosing from my top 5 themes here. I'm choosing from my top 5 themes. So you can try out Ocean WP.
Okay.
Very good, yes.
Okay.
Because it's a multi-purpose theme. You can try out Ocean WP.
Okay, great. So, Ocean WP for you, Aina. All right, Nuruddin again. What do I need to do if I want to host my website using WordPress through Ugohost? So, all you have to do is to go to ugohost.com. Then please you can show that on the screen and go to WordPress hosting. And once you're able to click on WordPress hosting, it takes you to the WordPress hosting page and you can opt in for the 25% discount. And that 25% discount will give you 25% discount on your hosting plan. So all you just fill in the information and you are able to get access to the WordPress hosting packages. And you also, like Dami said from the beginning, you also get a 10 months free, or no, 10 months. Instead of paying for 12 months, you get 10 months on if you pay for your
Annual
annual
plan.
plan. So it's very very good for you. So it's kind of easy. It's just the way, it's the same way you buy a shared hosting from us. That's the same way you buy WordPress hosting from us. So I think you can check it out once we leave. And like I said, you guys need to jump on this offer quickly because we are trying to that's why we are building an awareness upfront, because we're trying to wrap up the discounts very soon. So you need to get it as soon as you can. All right, so how do you learn how to build websites? Well, Lawrence, if you want to learn how to build websites, we are designing a package very soon for people that are willing to learn different stuff. It's called Skill Up Bootcamp. We are also designing a learning management system where where we can teach people based on videos and PowerPoints, where you can learn how to do things like this for yourself. So watch out for that, Lawrence, and stick to it so you can be aware of when we are bringing this live. I'm not sure when, but as soon as we can, you will get to hear from us. So I want to buy a domain since 2 weeks now, but I can't seem to navigate through your website. I'm sorry about that. All you have to do is that go you need to go on our website and chat somebody up or find a way to connect the customer support team. We are 24 hours available for you, 24/7, so people can you can make your complaints, and I'm sure my team will get back to you on that. So someone at King Ferry most recently developed themes comes as SEO. So yes, thank you for that, Michael Boo, for reply to King Ferry. Also, most time I get server downtime on my shared hosting website. I still advise you, Nigerian MP3 zone, get a WordPress hosting package for yourself. That's all you need to fix all the headaches, because it's tailored to WordPress websites. Then also, what's the amazing AWS on the WordPress hosting? Yes, it's because the is hosted on Amazon Web for Service. It's hosted with Amazon, and that's why anything that has to do with Amazon is top notch, and that's why we are hosting the WordPress hosting, or our WordPress hosting services with Amazon, so that we can give you top-notch services. So you should check it out. It's very very good for your WordPress website. So now I said also, I'm trying to, okay, I think I've read that. Okay, please, how can I know the maximum number of users I can accommodate per month bandwidth? Because in the specs of package, I got the bandwidth is in gigabytes. Well, Nami, maybe you can help me answer that.
Okay, Fumi Funyolua,
Yes, when you
that's how we measure the bandwidth. It's actually measured in gigabytes. But you can always check your hosting account to check the number of traffic you have. Okay, okay, let me just quickly put you through on that if you can see this. In your cPanel, you can always check bandwidth. You can always check bandwidth. There you see the level of your bandwidth, or that's of your traffic. You can also check all stats. Here you see the number, the specific number of people visiting your website. Okay, so if you want to know the number of humans that visit your website or the number of robots that visit your website, you can check from all stats in your cPanel. All stats in your cPanel. So on every of our plans, this is actually measured in bytes. Okay, but you can check the number of visitors you have, that is the humans or the robots, from all stats in your cPanel, as you can see on the screen here. So
All right, Dami, fantastic. I hope Funyolua, you've got your response on the spot. Like we answered it. I hope we nailed it. The last question is that the 25% discount, is the 25% discount applied only when you pay annual? Well, Niger MP3 zone, no. The 25% discount also applies to the monthly plan. But I will advise you get the 25% discount, because you are also going to pay 2 months less if you go for the 25% discount on annual plan. So yes, it's applicable to both the annual and the monthly plan, but I would suggest you get the annual plan. So we have Okay, I think we are done with all the questions, and the time is 1:22. We still have a lot more time, but let me just say, everyone is saying, okay, Lawrence said thank you. Nigeria MP3 said, okay, thanks, Ugo, stole the way 100%. Thank you very much, Nigeria MP3 Zone. We love that. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Funyi Oluwa. We love you. Thank you very much. I think I'll check it out. So thank you very much. We are happy that we're able to give you value. And so, Dami, I want you to talk about the what's it called? Our next webinar, what you guys will learn, and what to expect in the next webinar next week.
all right, thank you, Dami, for that. So in our next episode, we'll be talking about installing plugins, customizing your theme, setting up your website basically, okay, and writing your first blog post. So I'll be discussing the important plugins rather, that will be used for your website, the most important plugins you need to install, and customizing your theme. For those who asked if you can customize a theme, yes, you can. And I'll be talking about how you can customize your theme to your taste in the next web episode, and writing your first blog post, setting up your website basically. So I look forward to seeing you there in the next episode, this time next week.
Yeah, so our next webinar is next week, Friday, 12 p.m. or 12 noon to 1:30 p.m. And we hope to see you guys. And you can tell your friends about this, or anyone that you know will find this quite interesting. And we hope to see you guys next week. Do have a fantastic day, guys, and be good.